getting a stream off the ground on time, which I haven't done for a very long time. Okay, we are going to wait for a few minutes. See if some people drop by the chat. Hey, Fisherman, good to see you. Very good to see you. How you doing? How you doing, Fisherman? Like I said, we're going to wait a few minutes, see if others drop in. If not, we'll just get right to it. Oops, the Discord beeping. Kind of distracting to a chat, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So how you doing today, Fisherman? Okay. We're starting to trickle in. Some viewers are starting to trickle in. Okay. All right. Just checking a few things. All right. All righty. Here we are. All right. Here we go. All right. We might as... Okay. Yeah, I'm okay, Fisherman. Waking up slowly. I've been very tired a lot lately. I'm supposed to somehow find a way to get a blood test in the middle of a pandemic. So still trying to navigate that one. But yeah, otherwise okay. Yeah. Righty. Yeah, this is a stream I wanted to do for a while, actually, because apparently a lot of people online like to tell others what to do and how to do it. And in the case of OnlyFans, I guess that's not much different. And seems to be the happening thing lately. All right, let's get started. You know what? Let's get started. The stream will stay up for those who missed the early part or missed it. The stream will still be up and you can tune in anytime you like. For those who are new here, welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chic. We are a storytime / social commentary channel. We deal a lot with mental health, but not exclusively. If you're into that kind of thing, please consider subscribing and hit that little bell notification thingy below so you can be notified every time I upload or go live. Okay, so a while back, OnlyFans has been in existence, I think, since 2016. But I think many of us are only hearing about it now. There are major content creators who have gotten involved with OnlyFans, started their own account, started producing content. Okay, like Nikocado Avocado, Trisha Paytas, who else? Nick Snyder, aka the Viewer's Voice. I believe he has a OnlyFans as well. Petty Page was doing some kind of investigative series about OnlyFans. I don't know if she's sticking with creating content there or not. That remains to be seen. In all honesty, I haven't really kept up with her and their happenings. And then there are smaller channels like I think she calls herself that Crazy Chick's Opinions. And we've seen that for several months now, Leafy Greens started OnlyFans. And here's the thing, I was going to do a video back then because I remember feeling disturbed. And this is speaking as a former stripper, okay, about 25 years ago and 100 pounds ago. Good times, good times. Yes, I used to be a nightclub stripper for many of you who are new here and don't know. But it's public information. And, you know, so I'm going to be giving my point of view from that perspective so you can understand better where I'm coming from. But I remember feeling disheartened seeing when Leafy Greens made the announcement on our community tab, there was a lot of hate. Maybe, okay, maybe hate's a strong word. No, there was hate. A lot of concern trolling. And you know what? I have one phrase to say to those people. Are you paying her bills or anyone who's doing OnlyFans and you choose to go and concern troll OnlyFans, are you paying their bills? Okay, that's the thing. If you're not paying their bills, you don't really have a reason to judge. You know, you're not in a position to judge them. You know what I mean? YouTube nowadays doesn't pay much. Okay, even if you hit the monetization threshold, which I have not as of yet, you know, it doesn't pay as much unless, you know, there are a few creators who are still making serious AdSense coin plus sponsorships and, you know, sponsorships and such. But overall, it doesn't pay that much, even if your channel is monetized. I doubt even if ever I hit the 1,000 subscriber. Yes, I hit the 4,000 watch hours in 365 days. I got that part down, but I'm not even halfway. I'm not even at 500 subs yet. So it's going to probably take, I was hoping to get to 1,000 subs this year, but we're halfway through the year already. And, you know, and I've been stuck in the 300s ever since February when I first hit 300 subs. Plus I've been losing subs lately. So it's been an uphill climb, right? So I get, you know, I mean, yes, there's Patreon. You can sell merch, you know, start your own Teespring store or start a shop in any print on demand and start selling merch. But even then, these days, the economy is weak. And with the second wave of Rona that is predicted, it could likely collapse the economy once again. A lot of people lost their jobs already. So they're looking for ways to make, you know, money. And sometimes, yeah, you need fast cash, you know. I don't know how often OnlyFans pays out, but I don't know how often they pay out. Is it once a month? I know YouTube only pays out once a month. But yeah, so it was disheartening to see her getting judged. And then a couple of nights ago, Negs did a live stream, and there was this woman trolling on the live chat. So he brought, you know, he challenged her to come to panel up and come on panel. And after some cajoling and such, she agreed. She never showed her face, but yeah, she called herself Miranda. And, you know, so he had asked the basic question, you know, okay, what's your problem with me? You know, it's a valid question. And I like that he challenged her to come on, you know, instead of being a faceless troll in a live chat. And it's easy, you know, with the drive-by insults. He challenged her to panel up to discuss what her beef with him was. That's one of the things I like about him. You know, he doesn't shy away from things like that. You know, he really doesn't. So then the subject of OnlyFans came up. Okay, now just to be clear, Negs does not have any content up on OnlyFans. If you know, he had mentioned entertaining the idea, but it hadn't gone further than that. But apparently this was a bit much for Miss Miranda. Okay, just the very idea of entertaining. She didn't even like the fact that he was making money doing YouTube videos, doing his live streams. What was her thing? You're an able-bodied young man. You should get a job. Except that many who know Negs, he's a single parent, and his kid is out of school and require childcare. Because he's out of school. He's been out of school for a while now because, like other children, because of the situation at hand in the world, right? But, you know, and as he points out, and this is the truth about many, you know, wages, okay, at the regular workforce have not kept up with the pace of inflation, like it or not. So for a lot of single parents, you know, who have to arrange childcare, here in Quebec, we have a provincial childcare program, $8 a day daycare. And for many still that, you know, it is a hardship. But imagine somewhere else where he lives. It's nobody's business if somebody makes money off their content. Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Like, okay, yeah, Miranda got all up in arms, you know, just for entertaining the idea of doing OnlyFans. But like I said, she also got all up in arms because he chose to, try to make money from YouTube, just by going live and talking to his audience. I mean, anybody who has seriously a problem with that, the old-fashioned concept, the 9 to 5, the typical 9 to 5 that we were all used to, okay, that is going by the wayside. It is in favor of shift work. That has been going on for decades, in favor of shift work. More and more as technology evolves and the things you can do online, even before the quarantines, more and more people are opting to work from home. A lot of companies can now set up employees to work from home, and it's much cheaper than having a brick and mortar headquarters, HQ, or an office building, right? And so the adult industry has existed for oh God, since the beginning of time. It's not for nothing. A lot of people call it the world's oldest profession, the oldest profession in the world, right? It's not for nothing. It's because it is, doing the adult industry is been around forever and ever and ever. And so it's no surprise that as technology evolved, the internet evolved, so would the adult industry, it would be taken online. I mean, when I became a stripper in the 90s, okay, this was before everybody had home computers and the internet, whatever internet was available. It was it was Windows 95, and that was the biggest innovative thing back in the day. And it was dial-up. Remember that obnoxious cranking noise? We would hear for dial-up. I remember those days. I sure remember those days. And sometimes it would drop in the middle of trying to hook up, and it would take forever. You know what I mean? It would take forever. But nowadays, you can get the highest speed, and anything is possible, pretty much anything is possible now. So yeah, back to what I was saying, the adult industry. Now, there are plenty of content creators. OnlyFans are doing adult content online. Is nothing new, including YouTube creators like Hungry Fat Chick, aka Candy. The Hungry Fat Chick, she was a webcam for the BBW niche, or the SBBW niche. And yeah, because there are proclivities, there are the fat fetishes out there. Yes, I know, as a whole in society, in polite society. You were young back then. That's okay. But now in normal so-called polite society today, yeah, overweight women, worst possible sin you could commit. But there are those, and probably many of those same people who fat shame publicly and all that. How much do you want to bet? A lot of them are heading off to fat fetishist sites, the SBBW or the BBW niche sites, So I don't know if Candy is still doing that, but even if, I know on her community tab, I think it was last year, she was entertaining going back to the adult industry, probably because like a lot of people, YouTube just ain't paying out enough. And she couldn't, and it's not just because of her size, but she has been open about her mental health issues. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't get. Morbid obesity and mental illness tend to go hand in hand, okay? Like lawyers and booze, all right? That's how they go together, hand in hand. So she mentioned on her community tab that she was thinking about going back into the adult industry. And once again, the concern trolls were out. No, don't do that. And why would you do that to yourself? And, it's like, again, are you paying her bills? Obviously there is a niche for it. I have met plenty of obese women who are doing BBW or SBBW, okay, content on as cam girls, okay, and they're making a buttload of coin doing it. So there is obviously a niche for it. There is a niche for everything. People have different proclivities that they would never ever admit publicly. Never ever. So it's kind of like their secret little world. I mean, where I would draw the line, obviously, that doesn't need mentioning. No children, and OnlyFans is 18 and up. It's adult. I mean, it's not all adult content, to my understanding, but it's, I think, it's mostly adult content. I think how it works, the way I understand, one pays a monthly subscription, and the content creator, the account holder, can set their prices, including for the monthly subscription. I think you have to charge a minimum of $5. And OnlyFans, of course, takes their 20% cut, which is standard for social media stuff these days. I know YouTube super chats, for instance, they take a whopping 30%. Okay, so I mean, I don't have super chat. I'm not eligible because I'm not monetized. But if you one has super chat, every super chat you donate, 30% of that goes to YouTube. So I'm not gonna go into a whole spiel about OnlyFans taking 20% of whatever, But yeah, but besides the monthly subscription fee that you can choose, yeah, I was diagnosed with a binge eating disorder a year ago. So yeah, mental illness and obesity do occur. Yeah, they do. That's right, they do. So anyways, back to the topic at hand. So back at the topic at hand. So in addition to monthly subscriptions that you can charge to view certain content, like it's pictures and videos, you can upload that kind of content. And again, from what I hear, it doesn't have to be completely naked. It doesn't have to be hardcore, weird things. Although with some people, I'm sure they do it and they can probably charge more for it, right? But it doesn't have to be. It's to varying degrees. I think there's something to suit all proclivities. And but regardless of what content, hey Kim, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But regardless of the proclivities, no one is in any position to judge somebody who chooses, they see a niche, they see a way to make money from home where they can stay home and look after their children, and not have to worry about finding childcare or coming up with, childcare fees. Why not work from home? And like I said, especially, before this all started with the quarantines, working at home was becoming more and more the norm. And I think it's going to continue to be the norm in a post-quarantine world, and, doing adult content online, whether it's through OnlyFans or not, is going to be, I think we're going to be seeing more and more with that, and it's going to be highly competitive. So, so those, with the I don't know, how shall I put it? What's the term I'm looking for? Like that lady Miranda I mentioned earlier, who was trolling Negs, born again Christian. I don't know. It was just weird. But I felt like, I mean, if I was able to ask her, I felt like asking her, are you paying his bills? Are you paying his child care? Then shut the F up. You have no position to judge. You have no position to judge. And like I said, as a former stripper myself, I got judged plenty for what I did, but overall, I have no regrets. And since going public, I still go through judgments of having been a stripper, But you know what? Being a cam girl in the comfort of your own home, in the privacy and the comfort of your own home, it's a lot safer than stripping in a nightclub. I'm not saying, I mean, yeah, I have been in a few sticky situations, which I won't get into. Probably maybe another video for another time. I'm not sure. Probably more for Patreon content. But anyways, think about it. It's a lot safer because, you're in a nightclub, and you're in your skivvies and your unmentionables, and you have to actually face the clients. You have to talk to them because you're trying to hustle, right? You're trying to get those table dances, those private. She was crazy. She pissed me off. She pissed me off too, Kim. She pissed me off too. Yep. So anyways, I remember there were even customers inside the strip joints, inside the bars I worked at, that were judging me and the other girls on the floor. And I mean, this was an easy, no matter how management told us, doesn't matter, try to be nice and polite. And if anybody's, touching you or anything, then let us know. But, it's like they were judging us and how we were making our money. Some were suggesting that we didn't pay any taxes. And, the adult industry sells, and it's insanity to judge people for their vices. They need to mind their own business. Absolutely right, fisherman. Absolutely. So, it would even customers in a strip joint. I mean, so that's the live troll back in those days. And they would say, how could you do that? How could you do that? And well, it's an easy reply. Well, what are you doing in here? You came in here to watch me. You're paying money. You're buying drinks. Okay. You may not be you might not be hiring me to do some private table dancing for you, but you're here, you're buying drinks. You came here to watch us. Okay. You're making money for the boss. Okay. For the owner. You're making money for the owner. So how does that make you better? Okay. How does that put you on the moral high ground? You know what I mean? I mean, it's so whacked. It's so bloody whacked. But when you think about it, I mean, I had to deal with, weird people and their weird proclivities. And in that, even in a bar, at the strip joint, a lot of them would mention their fantasies and their fetishes to me. And some of them were just so gross. Like, as in, I was about to see that. Why are they coming then? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, a lot of their fetishes were so gross that I'm not even going to repeat them. There are some that stick out in my mind. Yes, even my flawed memory, I remember those. But I'm not going to mention them here because it is YouTube. And it is kind of gross. And some of you might be eating lunch now. So, but just to let you know, imagine, and there are a lot of times you don't feel like going out on the floor. You're tired. You're cold, you're hot, depending on the temperature or the ventilation of the club you're in, And there are days you just, like with anything else, you just don't feel like socializing. So imagine with this bunch, you don't feel like it, So, yeah, you just don't feel like it. So back to saying, I mean, OnlyFans is safe. Well, I'm going to say safer than working in a nightclub or doing it in person, in person. And you're in the privacy and the comfort of your own home, and you can produce your content or shoot your pictures and upload them whenever you like, whenever you like, you don't have to deal with them in person. Yes, you have to DM them because there is a fee. If you want to if the customers want to DM with the content creator, and yes, one can charge. You can make customized content for a particular client or subscriber. You can make customized content upon request, and you set your prices. And plus, there's the tip jar. There's always the tip jar. So apparently, there are people who can make a boatload of money. I mean, hell, if Nick Avocado at 3, the train wreck mess that he is, I can imagine him doing meltdowns at 300 pounds, in just his boxers or something, doing his train wreck stuff. But apparently, he's raking in the coin. Trisha Paytas is raking in the coin. I don't even want to think about what she does, but. The bottom line is, the bottom line is none of these people who do OnlyFans or who do adult content have no business judging. Okay. And for those who are wondering, how do you respond to a concern troll? You just say simply, are you paying my bills? You ain't paying my bills. You definitely ain't paying my bills, So I would say that's the perfect way to respond. Now, there is a question, would I do OnlyFans? Like it was asked on my thumbnail. The short answer to that is, if I were skinnier and if I had a decent looking face and I were about a good 20 to 30 years younger, yeah, I would definitely entertain doing. I would definitely entertain doing OnlyFans. I would definitely do it. But I don't think there is a niche for older, toothless, homely, overweight chick. Okay, I don't think there's a niche for that. And I don't think I would make money. And I don't think I would make any money, and it would be a harder hustle for me. See, unlike YouTube, and YouTube is already demanding enough, to gain the subscribers, to get the views, you have to be consistent. I'm not really consistent. I am known to upload or go live at any time of the day or night. Sometimes I have one video up in 1 week, and the next week I can have 5 videos up. So yeah, I have this horrible habit of not being consistent already with YouTube. With OnlyFans, you have to be far more disciplined, okay? You have to, promise something like, I don't know, maybe a video or some content, some content at least once per week at 8 o'clock local time, so to speak. And could I commit to that? And the answer to that is no. I wish I could, but I can't. And many of you also all know that I have a few health issues, and one of them is early onset FTD. And there are times lately, there are lots of times that I am sundowning. If you go back to some of my older live streams, you can catch me, having my FTD, my sundowning moments on camera, or in a mild form. I don't know. Some people have said it looked pretty bad on camera. And, but anyways, that's the thing. But all this to say is that I cannot make a promise, I have a Patreon. Okay. And it's, and I charge $1 a month for a video at least once per month. You get more personal, it's more personal nature, more of a story time on my Patreon. And that's something I could commit to, 1 video per month. And I have been since I started the Patreon last January. I've been pretty good with that. Sometimes, so you have to wait till the end of the month, but the content is getting up there once a month. And, that's a lot of work as it is. But yeah, it's sad. If I thought there was a niche for homely, older, fat chick, yeah, I would definitely entertain doing OnlyFans. If not for, but like I said, it's a serious commitment, and a lot of your subscribers are, do want to interact with you, the content creator, in the form of DMs, and they pay for that privilege. It's an extra in addition to the subscription that they pay for. So even if you don't feel like it, or you're having a sundowning moment, like in my case, you do have to chat with them. You have to chat with them. You have to be nice. You have to be diplomatic, because, that's part of the game. It's part of the hustle. It's part of, making your OnlyFans coin. But, I just wanted to impart, but that's me in my situation. Like I said, yeah. So that's the short answer. Yeah, I would do it if there was a niche for yours truly. But, for those out there that are going all puritanical, or they're going all with the religious angle, or whatever, judging those who are doing OnlyFans or doing some other form of adult content or working in the adult industry, please stop judging them. Hi, Molly. I always said if I had the body, I would have been a stripper. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I used to be one. I used to have the body for it. Never had the face for it, but I had the body for it, certainly. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's like, stop judging people, okay? Stop judging people, okay? I get that, most of the people judging, watching. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I mentioned there were customers that came to the strip joint who were judging us. It's like, well, you're judging us, but why are you here? I had someone back in the day who wanted me to do a video stream. His explanation was there's a market for everything. Almost everything. I would say almost everything. There's a thing. I don't think there's a market for older chicks like yours truly. I really don't. And I can't do BBW because, ironically, I'm not fat enough for that. And while I know that losing weight is problematic due to medical conditions and due to the fact, that my metabolism is down to nothing, um, I'm trying not to get bigger, I'm trying not to get bigger because, while I am pro fat acceptance, I do not believe in health at every size. And I do not believe one can be healthy at 500 pounds, at least not 100%. But I'm not one to shame them either, and that's the reason why I'm pro fat acceptance. But but this to say, I can't do. That's why I can't do the BBW, the BBW. I'm not big enough for that. And one of those B's in the BBW means beautiful, okay, which I ain't. I've known since I was a child. Even my own grandmother told me I had a face to become a nun. That God made my face this way to become a nun and serve the Lord full time. Look at me now, Grandma. I grew into a devoted agnostic who has much misgivings about organized religion and basically has no time for it. But go figure. Yeah, Casey, hi. Good to see you. I don't know why people care about whether people choose to do. Exactly. I had someone, yeah, I've always thought the same thing. Yeah, exactly. So, if your favorite YouTube channel, your favorite YouTube content creator is talking about going off to do OnlyFans, and usually it's because YouTube is just not paying the coin like it used to. They can't make enough to earn a living or pay their bills. Don't judge them. You're not the one paying their bills, and a lot of these people cannot go to work, not just because they have to arrange a child care, but, some of them have health issues that require them to stay close to home much of the time. You know what I mean? I could probably do a BBW, but I think I'm ugly, though my partner in crime says otherwise. And some of the people who are into it are a bit unnerving. Yeah, and I know, and I'm going to say it's not for everybody, right? OnlyFans, it's not for everybody. And I'm just saying it's for those who can, and they have something to fulfill any of those niches, And the other thing to say is with OnlyFans, I've seen you don't only have to do nudes. Apparently, there are people who there are content creators who don't do nudes at all. And they're able to make coin, Last year, my boyfriend and I discussed doing a cam boy girl thing. It would be BBW here too. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. And no one should judge you. If you choose to do that, Casey, no one should judge you. They're not paying your bills. True dat. I usually think, get a life about those people. Yeah, really. They tell us, go out and get a job, a real job. A 9-to-5 job. But the 9-to-5 world is, and it was starting to go. Like I said, Roberto Blake a while back, at the early days of the quarantine and the lockdowns, he did a stream talking about ways to make money. No, to be clear, I don't want to misrepresent Roberto Blake. So no, he did not talk about OnlyFans or anything like that at all. Okay, because I don't want to misrepresent him. He did not, but he talked about other ways like Redbubble, Teespring. But even then, I had always wanted to design my own T-shirts ever since before there was Teespring and all that. And now I'm looking into designing T-shirts, but I don't think it's going to be a huge moneymaker. I honestly don't, no matter, how many great motivating slogans I put on, or some little cute images, or some of my smart ass sarcastic stuff, on merch. Now, I don't think it's going to be the big moneymaker, especially not now. But anyways, back to what Roberto Blake was saying. He was saying, he was talking about things like offering your services to larger YouTubers, If you have a talent for editing videos, offer your services doing that. If you have a talent for graphics arts, offer to do somebody's thumbnails or something, And he was talking about, but there was one thing that stuck out in my mind that he said, that even the typical 9-to-5 job, it's not secure anymore. And it has not been secure for years. You don't know when you're going to get let go. I mean, heck, and the other thing is, even people in their 50s who work for the same company for 25, 30 years, they're getting let go because they become too expensive for their bottom line under the guise of my new unfavorite word, restructuring. CK, did you contact the people I sent you? Not yet. Not yet. I know they won't hose you on it. Okay, I will. Hey, Rox, good to see you. Good to see you, Metaphor. Good to see you, Rox. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, we're getting a full house in here. But yeah, he was talking about the 9-to-5 job is just not secure anymore, and it hasn't been for a while. And even for those who worked at the same job for 25 years, they're not safe. At least not here in Canada, they're not. Under the guise of restructuring, they cost too much. Let's hire younger part-timers. We don't have to pay out benefits. We don't have to shell out retirement plans and all that. So what he said was it's not secure. And more people are opting to work online. And I think the days of the brick and mortar business are going down by the wayside. I really think they are. But, YouTube just doesn't pay. And most, who do commentary or they do other niches like mental health, like they have mental health counselors, the videos are not getting monetized. Okay? The videos are just not getting monetized. So it doesn't pay unless you're a Trisha Paytas or a Nikocado Avocado, and Lord only knows why they're still monetized. But they are, and yeah. If I had the body, age be damned, I would have an OnlyFans. I was just saying that, Rox, that I too would do it. Okay, I'm closer to your age, Rox, so I really get what you're saying. I would do it too. I answered that question. I would do OnlyFans if there was a niche, for it. Definitely, I would. Not in the U.S. either. They don't hire full time. They don't have to pay benefits, and the quarantine has made it worse. Absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely right, Casey. Absolutely right. So yeah, I mean, if anybody finds a niche for older birds, let us know. Let us know. But yeah, I would do it. I could stay in the comfort of my home, and I don't have, there is the barrier. Unlike stripping at a club, there is the barrier of the walls of your home. You're separated by a computer screen. So I would venture it's a lot safer, for your physical safety anyway, right? It's a lot safer for your physical safety. But, for those out judging those who are doing it, I mean, it's one thing to laugh at some content creators like Nikocado Avocado because, let's face it, he's a bit of a train wreck. And since he trolls all kinds of things he shouldn't, I don't feel particularly bad for him. Sorry if that sounds not nice, but I have to be honest here. But like I said, I would never judge even him for creating content for OnlyFans itself. Never, and nor should anybody, and that's the bottom line, ask them this. Those who are judging, those who are concerned trolling, ask them this. Are you paying my bills? Are you paying for my childcare? Rox, since I didn't get in before the previous chat ended, it's better for the performance. It's better for performers because they make the bulk of the profits instead of a club or a promoter. Well, yeah, absolutely right. And I do remember, Rox, I'm glad you brought that up because I'd forgotten. Thanks for reminding me. I remember when I was a stripper, I had to pay bar service all the time to the barmaid, okay, every night. Although sometimes some owners were so shady that the bar service was not actually going to the bartenders. It was going in the owner's pocket. Okay. It was going in the owner's pocket. But, so you had to pay a cut, which was known as bar service. Back in my day, it varied depending on the place. It was as low as, $5 a night, $5 a shift to about, could have been easily $20, $30 a shift. Okay, $20, $30 a shift. So if you're working 5 nights at a particular place, you got to know it's not going to the bartender. So the idea that an app like OnlyFans takes about 20%, I'm not going to You know, to me, it's not much different than the club owners taking their bar service. Honestly, it's not much different than that at all. And, you know, we mustn't forget those who get, you know, like I mentioned, those who get super chats, you know, those who are eligible for monetization and can get super chats off their streams. YouTube takes a whopping 30%. Yeah, it takes a whopping 30%. So, you know, you got to think, you know, somebody's donating $5 American, let's say. You know, YouTube is taking 30% out of that $5 American. You know, so it's not, I think it's funny people complain about OnlyFans. All they have to do is not watch. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Rox. Yeah, exactly. Just don't watch it. If you don't like it, don't buy a subscription. You know, I mean, you have to, you know, the monthly subscriptions, like I mentioned, you have to pay. That's the base rate, you know, for as somebody who's consuming content as opposed to a content creator. Somebody who's consuming content, they have to pay for the subscription anyway. Now, I believe, like I said, the way I understand it, the content creator can set their base monthly subscription fee, and the minimum is $5 a month. But, you know, exactly, don't watch it. Don't buy a subscription. Don't watch it. You know, but don't judge it either. You know, there is, as long as there's a market for it, people can make some serious coin. I was talking to another content creator who, you know, she was struggling to make money on YouTube. She was struggling. And she was saying in a span of 1 month of doing OnlyFans, she made more in that 1 month of doing OnlyFans than 3 months of YouTube. Okay, then 3 whole months of YouTube AdSense. When I start my channel, even if I ever reach the benchmarks, I won't be monetized because I'll never remember their list of 5,297 bad words. George Carlin only had 7 you can't say on television. I know, huh? I know. I swear, you know, it's really weird, you know, because the YouTube and the advertisers, there's so many words you can't say, and some of them are so ridiculous, you know. And the advertisers, many of the advertisers that advertise on YouTube also advertise on commercial television, you know. They advertise on television. And, you know, it's the same type of commercials we're seeing. And yeah, as you pointed out, George Carlin only had 7 words he couldn't say on TV, you know. But here there's like the thousands and thousands and thousands, and it's easy to forget. I got my times mixed up by my hour. I'm sorry. It's okay, hearts love. Better late than never. Better late than never. Yeah, exactly. God. You should ask at Hearts Love about resources. She lives in Louisiana, so she might know something. Ah. Oh, okay. This is for rocks. Okay. Apparently you can't even say one of the states even. No, that's right, Casey. You can't. Absolutely right. There is a state that you can't even mention on YouTube. That's one of the verboten words. There's a state you can't even mention. Good God. God. So we got a good chat. We got a good chat in here now, you know. I pretty much, you know, so, you know, and I think, and it's good to see. I'm also not good at censorship. I don't think a lot of people are. I don't think a lot of people are. ALABAMA. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Yeah, AL. AL. That's what you cannot mention. Allah, Rama, Rama, ding dongs. Hope you can read between. Allah, Rama, ding dong. Allah, Rama, ding dong. Yeah. Okay. I think we're all catching on. Okay. Yeah, that's the state you cannot mention on YouTube. Why? I have no idea. No, not to my knowledge, Molly. Not to my knowledge. Organizations in NO that can help people with supplies because of the storm that's coming. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, so anyways, yeah, that's my thing. Oh, if only I were younger and skinnier and I had a different face, different looking face. Definitely, I would entertain OnlyFans. I would entertain it. Yep. Oh, I already got one lit. So, no, I don't know, and I'm happy if anyone needs raise. I'm on CK's Discord. I had no idea I'm anymore. Hearts Love, do you want to put up the links to my Patreon, PayPal, and Streamlabs and Discord, please, if you can? Or Fisherman, if you're still around. That would be great. So right now we'll get the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show out of the way. Don't feel pressured. I know a lot of you are struggling during these times. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, just no pressure. But yeah, for those of you who wish to support the channel, you may do so through Patreon. I upload about once a month. It's content that is more personal, content that I wish to test drive on a smaller audience before letting that loose. I got a piece of fan art, my first piece of fan art that's up there too. For my alter ego, she's a fucker. Yay, fabulous illustration. And yeah, so for as little as $1 a month, you can have extra content on Patreon. Also, for one-time donations, I have PayPal and I have Streamlabs. Okay, I'm gotta go. The fur babies. It's only 2 hours late. So they should blame Rocks. Oh wow. Yeah. So for one-time donations, I have Streamlabs. I have PayPal. If the links are not coming on the chat, they are in the description box. I'll bring them up. Hang on. All right, I'll bring them up. Hearts Love may have stepped away. So I'll put up the links, but the links are also in the description box. Okay, so this is for Patreon. And okay, this is Streamlabs and PayPal. And also, we have a Discord server. Yes, we have a Discord server. A lot of awesome people like Hearts Love and Molly have joined. So if you haven't joined already, please consider doing so. I'm bringing that link back. I'm bringing that link up in the chat. Again, it's also in the description box if you choose to join later. We have rooms to suit all tastes pretty much in the Discord server. Yep. Crap, I have to go. Puerto Rico had an aftershock on the Richter scale. Must go check on my loved ones. Okay, Rox, I hope they're okay. Okay, we'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. I hope they're okay, Rox. Okay. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Hearts Love. Great minds think alike. So anyways, please consider joining my Discord server if you haven't already. We now are about over 60 members strong. We have rooms to suit all kinds of tastes. And, we offer peer-to-peer support. Or if you just want to shoot the breeze, you want to share your artwork, share your YouTube videos, share your writing, recipes. There's even a room for a political chit chat if you want to talk politics. It's great. We'd say we have everything to suit all tastes. So please consider joining if you haven't already. So now I'm going to jump off because I've said everything I needed to say on this subject. So are there any last remarks you want to bring up? Anybody in the chat want to bring up any last remarks? Yes, awesome people. So this is where I turn it over to you in the chat. So any last remarks? Okay. Okay. So anyways, I think I'm going to jump off now then. I want to thank you all for stopping by. Please leave a thumbs up on the way out the door if you haven't done so already. And Yeah, please consider subscribing if you haven't already and hit that ringing thing below so you can be notified every time I upload. Please take care of yourselves and each other. And if there is somebody vulnerable in your midst, somebody who's lonely, please take the time to give them a call. Give them a call, give them a DM if they have social media. Yep. Yeah, okay. Yeah, social, on their social media. Text them, sometimes that contact can make all the difference in the world in that person's life. So please consider that. And remember, please stop judging people for doing OnlyFans or other such content to support their families. You ain't paying their bills. Okay? They have families to support. And the 9-to-5 world is just not a secure one anymore like it used to be. So like I said, go easy on people. Don't judge them. You don't know where they've been. Straight talking Fedora Chick over and out. Have a great day, everybody.